Trojan family, what's up, man? USCJ here. It's the top of the morning. Listen, I hope everybody is getting ready to get up, get out, and make some things happen this morning. Listen, we got to talk about Lincoln Riley. Is this the best football team, balance-wise, overall-wise, that he's ever had? I'm going to state the case as to why I think so. You guys can hit me in the comments. You guys can tell me if you guys agree or not. You already know Lincoln Riley's had several teams that are top-tier teams. You had guys like Jalen Hurts. You guys know Super Bowl quarterback. You had Baker Mayfield, NFL product. Got Kyler Murray, NFL product. This guy's had explosive offenses throughout his history, throughout his years of coaching at Oklahoma. And he came over doing the same thing here at USC. Those offense teams that he had averaged over 500 some yards a game. However, we want to take a look at the defense. Defense is always the topic of discussion. We want to know that if Alex Grinch, his defense, compared to what it was at Oklahoma and how it is here, I think this is the best defensive personnel that he's ever had, period. I think it's the best defensive personnel he's had compared to Oklahoma, and I think it's going to translate well. We're going to take a look at some numbers real quick. I want you guys to hit me in the comments. You guys tell me if you agree, disagree. Let me know what you guys think. Is this the best team, in your opinion, that Lincoln Riley's ever had overall? Hit me in the comments. Let's take a look at these numbers real quick. Let's go. All right, so 2017. It said that 2017, I talked to my buddy at Oklahoma. He said 2017 is the best team that Lincoln Riley had, and that's the team, the year they played against Georgia. So I wanted to look at some numbers and compare and contrast to what USC has now and what they had then, and how were they able to make it. And you guys already know Lincoln Riley is one of the most explosive offensive-minded coaches, and he's always stayed that way. You see here, I'm going to highlight it here. You see 579 yards that they were putting up per game was on average. That was absolutely insane. You see here defensively, total offense, defensive 394.9. That's the amount of defense that they were allowing a game per game. Alex Grinch, did not come to 2019, so that's to be pointed out. So I want to compare what they did now and then, and is it very possible that USC can get to? I'm just saying, if they can get to 300, maybe 300 to 320 per game, that's an improvement. Would that shut it down? I'm not saying that would necessarily shut it down, but if we can keep it at 2 something, I think it's very, very possible to be a top 50, top 30 defense. I think we're going to be way better than that, but I'm just giving you guys a hypothetical just so you guys can get an understanding of where this thing needs to be in order for us to make this all the way to the championship. Now, let's take a look at this is the best team that Lincoln Riley's had in 2017. We'll go to 2018. Alex Grinch wasn't there either, but you see here they went 12-2 in 2018. But if you scroll down here and let's go over to total offense. Once again, Lincoln Riley did it again, 570.7. And then defense, Alex Grinch wasn't there, 453.8. Now, I want you guys, this is significant because I want you guys to understand when Alex Grinch came to the team in 2019, which was his first year. Let's take a look at that. We'll go to Oklahoma in 2019. Let's take a look. You see, as I stated, and I brought you this, look at the total defense. 356. I told you guys that Alex Grinch, 357.1. Alex Grinch improved that defense by 100 yards. That year they went 12-2 as well. They went 12-2. The offense went down a little bit, but it was still over 500 yards, 537.8. And you see, so Alex Grinch did not come until 2019, and he improved that defense. So by 100 yards. And so, I think it's it's somewhat of a myth. He had success at at Washington State. He had a brief stint at Ohio State. And I think the personnel that he has now, this personnel that they had on the 2017 team had far more talent from a defensive perspective than Alex Grinch had on the 2019 team. There were numerous guys that went to the NFL from both sides of the ball. I kind of looked that up as well. But let's take a look real quick at USC and see exactly what they did in the the 2022 season and see if they, how they compare with this off. And here it is, rushing. They averaged 134.8 per game in 2019, and then offense. Let's see, their offense put out 240 per game. So let's take a look and kind of compare and see where USC stands at as it relates to matching up with this 2019 or even the 2020. Let's go back to 2020. I want you guys to remember that number, though. Remember that number, defense, that Alex Grinch put out. Let's go back to 2018 and see what they put out. 2018, no, 2017 was their best team. Let's go back to 2017. 2017, they put out 579 and gave up 394. And see how far do you guys think USC would be? Let's take a look at this. All right, so here's USC's defense. First year in the system, very important to realize and very important to know. You look at from a total offense, Lincoln Riley, once again, he did it over 500 yards per game on average. And then you see it here highlighted defensively, 423.9. So it's pretty much where it was, pretty close to Oklahoma. Now, this is not even the defensive personnel that he actually had, his own defensive personnel compared to what he has now and the guys that he recruited. I told you guys the guys that we got now. We got guys like a Bear Alexander. We got guys like a Keon Bars. We got, Elijah Hills, Braylon Hill, Shelby, Sam Green. You got so many guys, Christian Roland Wallace, Damani Jackson. Caleb Bullock. We got multiple guys on the defensive side. And I know I'm not calling them all out because they're not all coming to my mind right now. But we got guys this is Lincoln Riley's best team on both sides. Let me say this. This is his most balanced team, I would say, on both sides of the ball when you look at it from that perspective. I don't think the personnel that he's had in the past, I don't think it's been equivalent. And then linebackers like Mason Cobb, think about that. Tackett Curtis, Eric Gentry, Shane Lee. When you're talking about being this deep with this many guys in the rotation right now, and the defensive line is like really being strong. And I think right now that USC is on its way to be championship level type of football. And so when you compare that to what they had back then, USC is not far. And this is why we know there is a reason. There is a reason that USC is being picked at number 6 right now in the country. There are some that actually did their due diligence. They understand that we got a guy like Bear Alexander. And from what I'm hearing, Bear Alexander is absolutely changing the way the defense is moving and grooving. He's adding a significant push in the defensive front right now. And I've been hearing that. And what Zion Branch is doing, I'm hearing more and more. You see him there. Man, Zion looks huge. Zion Branch is an athlete. And what I've been hearing, and you guys remember, I told you, I said, it's not settled on that other safety spot. And it's not taken away from anything, but you got these freshmen that are showing out like Zach Branch. You got Tackett Curtis, these guys that, due to some of these guys being injured, we've heard that Eric Gentry is injured, but, when he comes back in, he's going to be a superstar. We already know that, but you're giving guys like Tackett Curtis an opportunity to get in there, and, you're starting to hear his name more and more and more and more on this defense, and it's really, and you're starting to hear, those are the two guys, Tackett Curtis and Zion Branch are the two guys that I'm hearing right now that's like really, really doing it right now, and these are defensive upgrades like no other, man. And USC, it is a reason why I believe that this is Lincoln Riley's best team, most balanced team. They have the best personnel on both sides of the ball. This is why I believe also that it's super competitive. One day you hear about the offense having issues, and Caleb Williams just said it's a couple things that they need to straighten out. But, I believe it's because the penetration of guys like this, Bear Alexander, and the phenomenal play of guys like Zion Branch, that this defense is causing havoc, and they're going to be a significant upgrade to USC's defensive mindset this year, defensive play this year. And of course, you guys already know we got guys like this guy right here, Justin Dedich, man, Caleb Williams. The best player in college football. The supporting cast that's around him right now. He got his brothers. He takes these guys everywhere. Got Emmanuel Pregnow now playing guard. You got Jonah Minehon playing tackle. You got Jarrett Kingston, Michael Turquin. You got all these guys, Gino Canoyes. You got so many guys Mason Murphy. So many guys right now that are added, and the receiving core is absolutely crazy. I think some of these freshmen right now are exceeding expectations right now. And then just yesterday, you got the number one player in the country being named by ESPN. ESPN officially named Caleb Williams as the best player. This was just yesterday in college football. They got him number one. And so I think that you couple that with the coaching staff we got, the guys, the supporting staff of Greg Brown coaching up the safeties. You got so many guys. I didn't even mention Fagans. You got all the guys on the defensive line front. You got Fagans. I mean, we got so many guys. You got the Braylon Shelby, the Sam Green, the Jack Sullivan, Romello Height. And listen, Romello Height really impressed me during his press conference. I meant to bring that up the other day, and he talked about his brothers, and he kept naming Braylon Shelby as one of those guys that, look, man, he is extremely impressed the way he is as a freshman. He talked about the whole freshman class, how they came in and just really impressed him, and how these guys are just not operating like normal freshmen. They came in hungry. That was Romello Heights' exact words. And he said, look, it doesn't matter. And this is what I love to hear. He said, it doesn't matter who starts. I just want to win. When he said that, it really, my ears kind of stood up, because I said, man, this guy, this is what you call a team player. And he has great ability. He has great strength, and he has a great first step. But, you know, to put all that behind him and say, look, it doesn't matter who starts. I just want to win. Man, that really did something. That it let me know that the culture that's being developed, the brotherhood that's being developed at USC right now, that's what you need to win, to be on championship teams. You know, you can't, you know, sometimes everybody is not going to start. Sometimes maybe the best man may not even start. But if you get in there and be a brotherhood, and you know it's about rotation, and be able to get in there and just have the best people on the field at one time, and be able to have that rotation, and you're a part of that, that lets me know that you're a team player, man. So look, I'm out of here. I'm getting too excited about this. Hey, look, it's about to be go time. The world is about to be surprised. This is USC's best team. This is Lincoln Riley, Alex Grinch, best personnel I believe that they've ever had. You guys hit me in the comments. You guys let me know what you think. Until later on, listen, everybody stay blessed. Fight on, fight on, fight on.